is the project 2019 pass worth it? In order to find out, first we need to know the value of the project tokens. And we are going to find out exactly that by going into the loot tab and checking this. So basically, for 250 RP, you get an orb which is worth 200 tokens and 16 additional tokens, which means that for 250 RP, you're getting 216 tokens, which gives us a token value of approximately 1.16 RP. So let's note that down. Now that we know this, we can just do some simple maths using the pre-given information on how much tokens you're going to get per game, and we are going to find out if the pass is worth it exactly for you. First, let's start with the value of the pass itself, without even playing any games or completing any missions. It gives you 4 orbs and 200 tokens. This is approximately equal to 1000 tokens. And you can just multiply this by 1000 while we are at it, and we are getting this 1000. Let me see. Yeah. 1150 RP value immediately. And what you're paying is 1650 RP price. So if you don't play any games, of course, it's not worth it. Now, as an average player statistic, I'm going to calculate for 3 games per day how much you're going to get. So with 3 games per day, you're usually going to get your first win of the day bonus, so I'm going to count this as something that you're getting every day. Then we are going to add in another win, a loss, and again that it might be a win, it might be a loss depending on your luck for the day. That's a total of 44 tokens per day, and in the 1 month time frame you have, that's 1320 tokens. And when we multiply that by the RP value, we are getting to this. So if you play 3 games per day, you're going to get an additional 1531 RP value, not actual RP, but RP value out of the tokens. And when we add this together with the initial RP value, you're going to get a total of 2621 RP value. So this is a total of 2681 RP value. If we just do this quick calculation by dividing it to the cost, this is 162% worth it. 100% is the baseline. Anything above it is like on a discount. Anything below it means that it's not worth it. Now, if you play 5 games per day is the next calculation we are going to make, and the one after that is going to be new for the new game mode if you play Teamfight Tactics. So with 5 games per day, you're going to, of course, maybe win 2, then lose 2, and then one is going to be either win or a loss, and the first win of the day bonus for a total of 62 tokens per day, which we are then going to multiply by 30, and then you're going to multiply it by the RP value. This is a total of 2157 or 8 additional RP value. So with 5 games per day, you're going to get an additional of 2158 RP value. This one's also RP value, let's not forget that, which is going to give you a total of 3,307 RP value. And that's like so very worth it, as long as you don't mind getting the random content from the capsules. but it's worth it in terms of RP value, because if we divide it by the initial cost, this is pretty much 2 times. It's 200% or something like that, 2 times as worth it. So you're basically getting twice the value of what you're paying. Now, as I promised, we are getting into Teamfight Tactics. Now for the Teamfight Tactics, it's a new game, and I suppose the average Teamfight Tactics player plays around 5 games per day. And you're going to get on average 7 tokens per game, which is 35 per day. So obviously it's not going to be as rewarding as Summoner's Rift, unless you're really good at Teamfight Tactics, of course. But even then, Teamfight Tactics games aren't that short. But anyways, with 35 tokens per day, I'm not sure about the first win of the day if it applies, so we are going to calculate it separately. And 35 tokens per day, we're going to multiply that by 30, so you're getting at least 1,280 additional value. So 5 TFT games per day is additional 1,280 RP value. And if you do get your first win of the day from these games, or from some other Summoner's Rift games, in which case, however, it is going to come to the Summoner's Rift games, but you most likely do get it, because this is how it used to work before. And if I find out, I'm probably just going to write a pinned comment down below, so make sure to check for that. And 18 multiplied by 30, that's additional 540 RP value. So let's say that it's around 1,500 RP value, in which case you're going to get a total of around 2,650 RP value, or a bit more, which is still perfectly worth it. It's worth it. It's like as much as 3 games per day on Summoner's Rift, or maybe a bit more. It's maybe around 1.7 times worth it. So what we find out is that basically, as long as you're at least somewhat active, with maybe 2 games per day is probably something like the breaking point, it's worth it. It's definitely a worth it purchase. And just keep in mind that within these calculations, we are not counting the prestige points, which also have a lot of value to them, and we are not counting the icon. So it's certainly one of the better purchases you can do within League of Legends. If you want to see such videos on the future battle passes, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Bye bye.